Hello, darlings. Today we are going to end once and for all the debate who has it harder, the baby of the family or the firstborn. For those who are new here, welcome. My name is Roxana, and here we expose and explore our traumas and we take care of our mental health together because people need people to share stories and heal. Today, I'm joined by my beautiful sister, who happens to be slightly older than me, to discuss the disadvantages we had from different POVs. The one of the younger sibling, aka me, and the one of the older sibling, aka Oli. Because I'm done hearing that we, the babies of the family, have it easy. But joking aside, last week, we talked about societal roles and expectations and how they affect our mental health. But it all starts in the family. From the day we are born, we get our label and a role is assigned to us. So today, my sister and I would like to dive into these unique experiences and challenges we faced growing up in these very, very different roles. So stick around as we explore how our sister dynamics shaped us, laugh through absurdities, and remember, we listen and we don't judge. Okay, hello, my sister.
Hello, sister.
So this wasn't planned. It's just sisterhood. We showed up in red, both of us. But yeah, talking about some traumatic, well, I wouldn't say traumatic experience, but like something that impacted me in childhood as a little the younger sibling, and that shows up even in my adulthood is when you are the baby of the family, I don't know, but when I was in our family, nobody listens to you. And it's like, also, I love talking. I always have opinion on something. So when I was growing up with you guys, I had this impression that when you have some discussion with my mom, whatever, and I wanted to say something, I felt a bit invisible. There was this specific moment I remember, and I know that it's probably over-exaggerated in my memory because it was viewed through the lenses of a 10 years old child. And it probably didn't happen exactly like that, but it's how my 10 years old version experienced and viewed it. It was you and my mom were talking about something, and I would want to chip in, and I said something, and you just you didn't even look at me. You just continued talking. I said again something. Okay, maybe it happened once, twice, but in my mind, I tried to participated 3-4 times, and you were just continue talking. And I noticed that even now, when someone is not looking at me when I talk, it's a trigger. I have this need that people like to have an eye contact with someone when I'm talking. Well, and because if someone is doing something else or not looking at me, I feel like, okay, what I say is not interesting. And when someone interrupts me, I take it to heart as well. But it's a bit of double standard because I do interrupt people. But yeah, and I don't know. And as well as this necessity to talk fast because, okay, I mean, before I had my meds, I like I said, I think I was higher than a neurotypical person, and my brain was going faster anyway. But still, it's this like I need to say what I have to say fast so I don't get interrupted. Well, yeah. So that's one of the things I noticed.
I don't remember those. Do you remember what we were talking about?
No, but I think it was something like it wasn't in my memory again. It's like they said, memory is a
memory of a memory,
recollection of a recollection of a recollection. So you don't have the original memory. So it's always a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. But I think it was something about something absurd. I don't think that I was 10, so you were 13. So I don't think you were talking about like politics or what.
But like you felt like you could contribute to the thing, but nobody was. But I don't remember those moments. Like I don't think like there was a conscious ignoring you. I mean, we have to ask Mom, like, if she, like, noticed any of those. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, gee, like, what kind of, like, I'm just trying to think, like, what kind of conversation would have had to happen, like, for you to feel like, I definitely want to hear my opinion. Because as you said, like, what is this, like, we're kids, like, it can't be, like, some life, like, I don't know, was I asking for, like, some life advice? Like, was I asking about, like, some school thing? Like, but then... Like, I've just, like, what I remember is, like, you getting upset very, like, not very often, but, like, when you got upset, like, you would just, like, shut down and just, like, walk away. Like, I remember those instances where you just, like, and maybe it was that, like, but I wouldn't process what made you upset. But, like, in our childhood, I remember a lot of instances just going, like, why she's just suddenly like switched, like this is how it felt, like she suddenly switched. Like, well, I get it. And then, you know, like I remember, like I think there's like even home videos of you like being, I don't know, like 4 or something or 5, and then just walking away and like walking ahead just because you're like I don't know.
There's a video of that, but yeah, I remember those.
But you remember doing that.
I don't think there's compromise.
I mean, but you remember doing that.
Yeah.
But do you think those was all like, I don't know, like was that also like an instance of like you felt people were not paying attention to you? Like I don't.
In some way, I think so. Like it's hard to remember, but in a way, it always was around those topics. As well, I think it's because I don't think you ignored me. Like, but until, like, on purpose, like you said, but until, I think because I have the status of the smaller, the younger kid, it was like, well, yeah, but...
So you automatically thought, like, people are not...
Yeah, it's like...
Valuing you.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, not you, like, your opinion.
Yeah, but that, as well, it's just, well, when we were teenagers, we didn't talk that much. We didn't hang.
Yeah. But it's interesting. I find it interesting what you said about like having eye contact while you talk, because I have not it. I mean, like I am aware of that. When I'm listening to someone, like I would look, like if someone's talking at me, like not at me, to me, so we're having a conversation. I will look at that person, like I'd make a point to like, you know, I'm engaged in what you're trying to say. But when I talk, like I tend to like look away.
Oh, the same.
So I don't know how that reflects on like, because you're saying like you feel like if someone doesn't look at you, you feel like they disrespect, like, you know, like not valuing what said. But it's like, but we're doing the same thing. Like I don't know, like we're talking and then like our gaze is somewhere else. Like I don't know if that's.
But the thing is like but it's the same. So when I talk, I want people to look at me. No, but like because the same, my gaze goes away and stuff, but sometimes comes back. And then if I see the person is like doing something else and not talking.
And then you get triggered?
Yeah, I get triggered.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Yeah.
and you walk away.
Yeah, no, but it's sometimes like, okay, whatever. Yeah, shut down. Well, with clothes, like with mom, sometimes I say like, can you look at me, please? But I explain to her. I try to communicate. Now that I'm adult, I try to. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that to some person I just met. Like, can you look at me? It's just a trigger, and I feel uncomfortable, and I don't walk away. I do that just with the privileged one, the most.
But did you see that play into your like work scenarios? Like, did you ever feel like I got to prove something to someone, like I have to like have my like the extra effort of having your voice heard kind of thing? Like
but that's also related to another thing that from the childhood, I think, in some way, because as a second child, I felt like I had to be the best because
really
because
that's so fun.
Go on. But because everything was like done before me, so there was no. It wasn't enough just to have straight A's because you already got straight A's. It wasn't enough to be just creative because you were the first doing that, and to get some validation from my parents at the beginning, then from the outside world, I felt that I have to invent something new and something that is not done before, or if it's done, I have to be the best of the best, because I remember that, again, it's a childhood memory, so I don't know how accurate it is, but I remember that, you know how mom would show your notes. I don't know, in Bulgarian we have beleznik, what is it?
Like grades.
Yeah, grades book. And every time we went to Ukraine, she would show your grade books and and I remember that, maybe not every time, but like from at the beginning when you just started school, and they were like just straight A's, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh, wow," cheering, the relatives. And she never showed mine. It wasn't something new, so there was not enthusiasm about it. Like, yeah, cool. It was a kind of minimum already expected. Like, so I had to be better, be better than that. And it transferred in everything then, we are both creative, so that's kind of, but she started first, and I'm like, and I'm like, and it's in creative field, it's very hard to be the best because it's so subjective how you evaluate or measure the best. So, and work or whatever project, it was like, I put the bar so high that it's almost impossible to achieve.
No, it's just I guess the subconscious thing is like you automatically kind of like setting, I think, like maybe like subconsciously I feel like set an example, like whatever I do would be like some kind of template. So like I always felt like I have to have my shit together, I think. Like it's just because you asked me to think about certain things and like reflect on things, and I was sitting there because I was like, I don't have that, like, I don't know, that like any like on the top of my head examples to bring. But I think, because when you asked me about it, I was like, okay, maybe one thing for the older sibling is like, you feel, and that's why I was like, oh really, when you said like you had to be like the extra best, is like, yeah, but like that's actually like how I totally like Naimash, because I thought like I'm the one setting, like, I don't know, like I'm the one that can't afford to like do things halfway or like do shitty things just because like then that might inspire you to do the same shitty, or like I don't know, maybe in the twisted, because I guess like part of me always felt like you didn't, you know, like I'm leading the way almost, and it sounds stupid, but like that, like a pioneer, you know, like pioneers are like discovering things, and you're like, I can't afford to like not do, and that's why like because I know that about myself now, like even, and I just feel like I'm sounding really American, I don't know why. Like to this day, like I don't feel like I can't cut myself any slack. Like I feel like I cannot afford to like not have my shit together, where I really, really sometimes I really want to like not have my shit together, and like just for someone to be like, I will look after this shit, like it's fine. Like even little things, like things like that. Like for work, like I've always like felt, because I went abroad, right? Like I was like, and because I think at the very beginning of me being like my adult life, like my parents were supporting. Like I think it felt like they invested a lot in me, so I felt like, because they gave us all these opportunities, right? Like good school. Like our parents like were like not like old money, like they're not like rich, like what else? But they like whatever opportunities they got, they made sure to like reinvest it in their kids, right? Like so like our education was like spot on, like especially for that time as well. Like we went to like I remember like going like thinking like, oh my god, like I've gone to a private school.
Yeah, we both went to private school.
And like in Bulgaria, like you know, Bulgarian private school. Yeah. And then going like and looking, and like most of my classmates were like the son or daughter of like a so and so. I mean, like, you know, sorry, you need to like, you know, like all these opportunities, and so they felt like they've like, and then uni, because again, like
London, baby.
Yeah, and I didn't have a student loan, right? Yeah. Like I like, you know, like it was because my parents could afford to put me through what is essentially like quite expensive higher education, and also then supported my living costs as well for like the first 2-3 years, and then it's like there's a lot of investment in what I am. So anytime I would hit like a phase where it was like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, like, then it just felt like I'm wasting someone's investment, that I wasn't like, and again, like, I guess, like, I don't know, maybe it links to the thing that like you feel like you setting an example and you're like not the example you should be, I guess. So, but I don't know whether that's a reflection of like my
character.
No, more like is it like is it the dynamic in the relations to like towards my parents, or is it a reflection of like where I sit as a sibling in the family?
Maybe both.
Or maybe both. But yeah, like
but like you said, because you felt like you're pioneer. It's like when I'm born and everything is already done, or like I was like because I think every child needs to have a domain or something we all have roles, and we try to find our role in the family, and I'm like that. Okay, she's the smart one, she's the creative one. I like this thing too. I like smart people, but I want to do it or whatever. But if I do it, it's already it feels like it's occupied. So I'm like there trying to find something so I can be the one that I'm first in this thing, and okay, what I'm left with, the funny one. I don't know. No, but yeah, it was, my role was, she's the one that walks away.
No, you were the little one. I guess like you were just the little. No, but it's not like just. I get that. Yeah. I get that. But it's more like, I guess, like it's the little one who you look after too. So I guess like on the other side, that was the role. You're the one who is being looked after.
But I don't want to be looked at. I mean, like, I'm a person. No, but that's the thing. It's like you have a sister, an older sister who is all these things. Like, and I don't mean like, I know my mom is watching the episode. So I'm not saying that I wasn't like at all, praised for my achievements, whatever it is. Like she would be at the concert, she would like be happy, and I felt love and support. That's not the thing, but in the comparison, in my eyes, in my small baby eyes, in the comparison of the reaction that you got for your stuff, and if I did that, it was not new. It was like, oh yeah, cool. Like it felt like, because I saw the reaction for your stuff, and when I did the same or similar, it felt like, yeah, but okay, whatever. It's already been done. It's not something. I think it's kind of normal if it's your first child, everything is new for you as a parent as well. It's like, oh, first word, first steps. And with the second, I already did it with the first. So there's this thing as well. And of course, we are different characters and people. But yeah, it's the thing. I wanted to have, for that reason, I said that I hated that you started piano. I started it first, and I was like, oh my God, I have something, and you started, and not only you started, you got a concert, and it was like, oh.
But you had a concert.
I didn't have a concert for piano, my own concert.
Oh, your solo.
We had my solo concert. I was like with the other people from my group.
Sorry.
And I was like, okay, and the thing is like, not only I was happy for you as well that you got your concert, but the thing is also that everyone in the family is like, talked about it, and it was like, oh, there is this videotape with Oli, like, let's show it to grandma. It's like, oh, Oli saw a concert with piano, which is cool. I'm very happy for it. I was, but at the same time, it's like, I started it first, and I was there, and this, I remember how I no longer wanted to do piano. I like to do piano, but I was like, I don't want to do it.
But like, what about acting? Like, did you not like feel like that's your thing? Like, because that was definitely, that's how it, like, out from the outside, like, it felt like that's definitely like you thing. Because like nobody, like, that's like in my head, like nobody, like no, like, and you were so, and it felt like you were so set on that. Like there was such a like a, this is a thing that I want to do. Like it sounded convincing. Like when you were like going through like all your journey with it, I guess.
No, but well, look, I think it's just because two things. First of all, if you watch our childhood tapes and videotapes and stuff, you're very performative.
But I don't.
Age of 7, 8.
I don't remember that. Like that's not.
I don't remember, but you liked it. You were even more like performative than me at that age. I think it was two-way street. One thing I did like to tell stories and invent stories and play them out with you. That was so funny, and I liked it. And I think parallelly, outsiders said that like, oh, Roxanne, like our little actress. It just was okay. If people say, that's my role, that's my label, I'll go with it. Not that I didn't like it. I did like it. I just don't think I thought about it as, because before that I really wanted to be veterinarian, so my dreams changed a lot. And I was sad, and I did my whole journey and parcours, like you said. But also because I'm stubborn as a person. And I also, because there was the thing, I have to be the best. And if there's this, and I said that I'm doing that, I have to be the best in this. So we're doing it. Whatever it costs mentally, physically, etc. And I enjoyed it. And again, I love it. I love theater. I loved it was fun. But a lot of art forms are fun for me to do. I mean, I enjoyed performances. I enjoyed directing as well. But the thing is, like, I don't think I was set on that to be like, that's my, I would do 1,000 castings per day. I'll just be, I don't know, in different TV ads just to pay my rent. I wanted, if I do acting, I want to do Shakespeare, Molière. But yeah, so that was the thing. I think it's because I thought about it. I was like, why I decided to be an actor, because I remember how I really enjoyed to think about stories with you and like all these scenarios and all these like movies and play them out, and I really loved it. But also, yeah, like I said, the outside world, like I remember grandma always would call, Roxanne, you're such an actress. And I think that was also related to the, well, okay, let's do that. That's my thing. Mm. So I think our parents had the same approach if we failed. So same. But I think how we saw it.
How we took it.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm like, allowed to fail, whatever, it doesn't matter, which annoyed me, to be honest. And you felt like, I'm not allowed to fail.
Like, I didn't, like, the not allowing to fail, I don't think that was it's a weird, like, it's not an external, like, it didn't feel like it came from, like, external thing. It felt from, like, it came from, like, myself. Like, I don't really, like, consciously right now, like, I cannot recollect, some kind of, like, I don't know, like, a horrible argument about, like, with my parents about, like, something that I've done that didn't go according to plan, right? Yeah. Or, like, you know, I don't remember, like, maybe it happened, but I just can't, like, I cannot recollect an instance where I would, like, get, like, a particularly bad grade at school, because, like, it still happened. Oh my God. It still happened. But like, I can't recollect an instance where I get like, you know, go to your room, you're not leaving, like, until you, like, get your stuff sorted, kind of thing.
You got grounded once when you then run away from
Well, you meant when I, like, went out without the permission to go out. Yeah.
Run away.
Yeah, but I wasn't even, like, really grounded. Like, it wasn't really grounded. I was, like,
grounded. It was
Mom just wouldn't talk to me. Like, that's what I remember.
But she said, like, yeah, she wouldn't talk to you, but why you... Yeah, so you weren't allowed to...
Like, she said no, like, I wanted to go out, like, with, like, granted, on a school night, like, I think it was, like, the last year of high school or something, wanted to go out, like, she said, no, you can't go out, like, I went out anyway, came back in the middle of the night, like, trying to pretend that, you know, like, I don't know, told some weird lie, and obviously nobody believed me, and but I don't remember, like, I don't, there was no, like, now we're taking off your, like, I don't know, pocket money or phone or whatever, like, there was none of that.
Or, like, you're not going to prom.
But, like, you know, like, there's no, there's no, I think, like, so externally, there was never, like, sugar, like, my parents, like,
they were chill.
So, so like, I don't know where... Like, I don't know where this thing came from in the sense of, like, but it's also, I don't know, like, it's not so much, like, not allowing to fail. It's more like...
I'm responsible.
Like, wasting opportunities. Like, again, like, I think maybe it's just because it's, like, look at all these opportunities that I've got and like all this investment. And this is like very much post-factum thinking. I don't think that was my thought process like in the moment. But as a post-factum thing, it's probably like, again, it's just like, where's the return on investment? But also like sometimes like personally, when I like, I don't know, spend a few years on XYZ and then like nothing comes out of it, I'm like, well, where is my return on investment? So I think maybe there's like a bit of that. And then, but like you saying like, I never like, until like you shared further until like we became older and because like I like again like to acting like to me like I was actually jealous that like you were so certain
that I have a thing
that like about a specific thing that you're gonna pursue. Because I found it like at points I found it so annoying that like I couldn't. Like it felt like I was just like riding around. I was like, I'll try this and I'll try this and like say go where I go. I was like. Even going to uni, I was like, what sounds the least boring subject? Like, I never just like, you know, and I like, it was kind of like, I know I need to go, like, I'm obviously going to uni, because I don't know, again, like, I don't know where that came from, because it's like, it's the thing to do, like, I'm obviously going to uni. Also, the other thing was that, like, I'm obviously not going to stay and go to a Bulgarian uni.
Obviously. We insulted Americans, Bulgarians.
But it's more.
We love our Americans. We love our Bulgarians. Someone is watching. No, but
like, do you know what I mean? Like you, like with that thing specifically.
I think it was the question of prestige. I mean, like to go out, like abroad, study.
Oh no, I was just like again, like going to the acting thing. It's just like it's just like, and this is why to me these things, because like I don't know whether you realize that how that looked outside, but like on the outside, it very much was like she knows what she wants, and she's like, you know, doing the steps to get it kind of thing. Until
I failed.
No, you didn't fail. No, what I was going to say is until the point where I saw you not do the thing that like I knew other people who wanted to be actor or like jobbing at whatever like were doing, and you were not, like you said, like going to like 300 castings and like
but taking I did apply. They just didn't come back. Like the last years in London, I did well, not not the half last year when I started like to get my depressive episode, but before that, I was doing Mandy and stuff, and I was searching for an agent, and I was applying. I was, you know, I think the moment it was so discouraging when I was applying for this, like student project short films. Not even Samsung commercial, you know, not even for money. And they would not say, like, they would not invite me to casting. And I was like, what is the point? Even if like student project short films don't want me, what is the point to pursue? But then again, it's like, as well, depression.
But that's the thing that like that's the thing that's like ultimately that probably was like the worst profession for you, because of like the amount of rejection that you need to go through, and like, you know, like the like, and not
take it personally.
Yeah, exactly. Like not take it as a reflection of like who you are, and just like keep on going and keep on going and growing such a thick skin, but just being like, I'm doing, like, this is not about me. This is just like moving on, next one. And ultimately, like, that's not, like, for who you are really, and how you see the world and how you process things really, like, ultimately turns out that was like probably the worst career choice really.
Well, yeah. I think it's not just the rejection. I think at some point I did like kind of learn to not take the rejection personally, but when it's nothing, you know, it's like you still need some I don't know, sign of the destiny that you're on the right path, because nothing happens. Like when I was a student, okay, you have your studies, you have the final project and stuff like that, and then you're in the wild world, and you think, okay, I'm gonna apply, but at least I gonna get something. And you apply, and there's nothing. I mean, I would get more cast for like modeling jobs than for acting jobs. And I was like, okay, after 2 years, I was like, I think it was harder they are people who are like, I know it's mine, so I'm gonna persevere, whatever. But for me, it was after 2 years when I'm like, okay, you cast me for, I don't know, to do some runways and stuff like that, but you don't cast me for a fucking student project, which doesn't pay. It's like, what's the point? Maybe it's not my thing. And as well, like I said, when I said that I'm not sure that it was my thing in the childhood.
Maybe like retrospectively.
Yeah, retrospectively, like you. I think you had your thing. You just like, I always was surprised why you didn't continue with the drawings, with painting. I was sure that you're going to like go in some art school or something like that.
I don't know. I can't answer that to you. Like, I can't answer that to anyone, but, like, yeah, like I took lessons to prep for like an exam, because like after year 7, right, like when you choose which high school to go to, or like, because again, it was never a question that I'm going to stay in my regular school. I'm going to like a profiled high school of sorts. So like, yeah, like I took those lessons that were meant to like prepare you for like an entry exam to the like the art academy, the high school equivalent of the academy. But I don't know. But like I took it, but also like
but
weird.
You even didn't like.
But I didn't.
Try.
No, but I didn't go to an exam in an art school. Like, I was just like I took the lessons, did the sketching, like learned a few, like learned the techniques. Like we did a lot, like because the exam was like, I guess, like pencil work and stuff. So you would have like still life and you like how to set it up, like learned all this terminology, learned all this stuff, like, and then just, yeah, and then went to a language school. So, I don't know. And then like, and then again, like when uni came around, like I was not researching fine art degrees or art history degrees or like visual art, like whatever. I was like so far, like, I don't know, never even crossed my, I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know, like that never like even entered my mind. What I was researching is like vague, like media related stuff and like comms and like some like English literature and things like that. Like, I don't know. But then again, like ultimately just going, well, I just want to go to London. Like,
who doesn't?
A lot of people. But no, and it's, so yeah, so I don't know. And like the only time professionally when I came close to like putting that like as a thing that I do for money, I didn't like it.
When was the like? When
I was doing like storyboarding and like comic work, like, I didn't like it.
To do for money?
I don't know, like
just like to do it as work.
Yeah, like I don't know, something just didn't sit with me. I was just like, I don't. I didn't pursue it any further. I kind of like died off. Like,
but it's fun. Do you think it's kind of or not kind of relate the fact that you were searching for when you were applying for unis, you were searching more like literature, journalism. Do you think it's because all the teacher were praising you for your language skills and your writing skills, and like you said, you wanted to be the exact, like subconsciously or whatever, we wanted this not fail and all the investment thing and be the example, that it was kind of thing you had to do?
No, I mean, you don't need to record my books.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, like, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed writing. Like, I very much enjoyed writing, and like to the point where I got to uni, like I very much enjoying having like essays to write. Like extended essays was a thing for me. You know,
essays are fun if they're like dissertation.
Well, yeah, like you know, you have like a topic. You I loved it. Like going to the library, doing my research.
That's super cool. I enjoy it as well. But like, I don't like the essays when you have to like, you know, in high school.
How you spend the summer vacation.
No, but not even that. But like, you have a literature, like you have a book, and you have this topic, and you have to do like analyse de lecture.
Literature analysis. Like all of that. Like,
and I didn't like it because you have to say, like, you don't have a freedom of saying it, because there are certain things that you have to say, and it's like it's how. I don't know, it's like acceptable. There's like Pudigo to Ivan Vazov. You have this thing that you need to...
that's an issue with like the actual education system, in the sense like how literature is taught, in the sense that like, yes, there's those guidebooks, and those guidebooks tells you that like this is a metaphor for XYZ, and you're supposed to mention this metaphor. So
But anyway, it's not the topic of this episode, the education. But yeah, you enjoyed writing as well.
Like, that's what. So like, I can't like, I don't think it was because someone was expecting. I don't think anyone is expecting anything of me apart from going to uni. Like, you know, like,
expect it from yourself. You thought that maybe
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. That's not. I doubt it. Like, I doubt it. I think I just was like given like just this vast array of like just to do whatever kind. Like I was given a carte blanche to like choose. And I guess, like, retrospectively, like, maybe it would have been helpful if I had some kind of, like, but we didn't have that at school either. Like, you know, like, student council kind of thing, where, sort of like job council kind of thing, like, where they kind of sit down and
talk about your passions and
and, like, help you navigate, like, a little bit, like, maybe help. We definitely didn't have, like, a designated person in school for that. I don't remember, like, whether we maybe had, like, some weird like guest session at some point about it. I don't, again, maybe we did, but like it's not something. So there was no, and then like, because our parents are always like, we'll support you, whatever, right? Like, but there was
never, which
is amazing, but there's like never like a clear guidance. But I guess like you kind of like want to ask for the guidance, but like as a teenager, or you know, like an 18, 19-year-old, like you not necessarily know that you need that guidance, or maybe like you don't know how to ask for that guidance, or like which part of the thing you want, and maybe
because do you really think if like our parents told you, oh, you have to go to A,
but no, would be, but like that's not guidance. That's like telling you where to go.
That's my version of guidance. Dictatorship.
I meant like maybe like helping you process, but maybe it was just like a. You know, sometimes you just like, I don't know, you go to uni, you don't even go for the degree. Like oftentimes you don't really go to uni for the degree. You just go because it's a fucking useful experience to have, like on all fronts.
Yeah.
Even like culturally and intellectually, it's a good experience to have because, you know, like it expands your horizons. You like immerse yourself in a different environment. And even if it's like, ideally also uni like is about critical thinking and literature, but you know, like a lot of times it's not based on the fact that you're like suddenly being shown that like, oh look, there's other points of views as well, and you're like, okay, maybe actually one of them is also mine, and like we can vibe. And so you kind of like, you know, you're leaving your tiny farm and you're going to the big city kind of experience.
I love my uni experience. It's amazing. Although, like I said, my degree serves absolutely to nothing. Yeah. It's just to be this like salon woman that can talk different things, like to have a conversation, to entertain a conversation. That's my degree. But I think I was talking about like guidance support. I don't know. I was jealous of you because our parents were from outside. They looked so much more invested in the uni research and application with all the process with you. Our mom went with you to London and stuff, and with me, it's like whatever. And again, it's like felt okay, cool, whatever. I can do whatever. And they were supportive, of course. They because I tried to enter, like I passed the exam of conservatoire for like theater conservatory of Paris, and I failed, obviously, but I got accepted to the Sorbonne. So hey. But yeah, I get it that as well. In my school, the process was a bit different. So all the application for the uni was done from the school. Basically, we had this dossier blue and stuff. But I don't know, they were not that. I was jealous because I witnessed all the.
But that's again, like, that's, I guess, like your. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is like. It's. Like what were you saying like when you have a baby and the first everything, like I guess like that's like again, let's just carries on. Like that's the first time your child applies. Like that's the first university thing. So I guess like done it once, second time around they're like, okay, this is not scary. Like she'll be fine. And also, I don't know. Like I don't know what the process was.
Send me to Paris by myself. Okay, with a friend and a mother, but like. I didn't even have, you had a campus. I mean, Sarah, I didn't have a freaking campus. I didn't have nothing there. I had to go there to find where I'm going to live. It was freaking stressful. And because like in France it's the same as London, you need a garant, but someone to be a guarantor. And they didn't accept people who are not French, who don't work in France. So it was impossible to find an apartment. I learned about these rules in France, and I was trying to find some like foyer, whatever, like something that's private campuses and stuff. But I was by myself and dealing with all that. I mean, shame on you, mother.
Well, but I get, that's something you need to ask them. Like,
no, but I mean, it's like it process. Was so. In this period, I was like, oh, okay, like you really don't care.
Oh, like did you feel like neglected?
Yeah, yeah. It's like again comparing because I had all the 3 years before I witnessed how. My mom was so nervous. She went with you to London. She did her visa to go to London and stuff like that. It was like, oh my God. And here it's like, good luck. Good luck, babe.
But babe, I mean, I'm sorry that was a thing.
It's not your fault.
I don't know whether in a way, what I thought before was surely going second should make it easy in the sense I don't know, as if you were saying as a plus side, this because the parents and the older sibling have gone through something, you can then just pick just the good parts and don't do the mistakes. But I guess it didn't turn out like that.
Like what?
No, I mean just generally in a process of just navigating life,
the dynamic.
But then I guess it didn't but that's what I thought before. But now I'm also thinking, is it that oh sorry, and then the other thing is because you can't because you can kind of you don't have to have the lived experience. You can just learn not learn, but make decisions based on example, and maybe avoid some turbulence.
Yeah,
and then that
will ever do that when you're young. I mean, the thing is
but allowing you to free, I guess, being second, in my head, in a very, I guess, not nonsensical way, but maybe slightly, what's the word? I don't know, let's call it unusual way. That allows more freedom because with the parents with the older sibling, there's always like the extra fuss, I guess, like, and the extra mollycoddling, like the extra like protection. So what felt to you like almost like a neglect sometimes was actually them going, she'll be fine, we believe in her, like that's your freedom.
They try. I said to my parents, like, you freaking neglect. No, I didn't say like that, but they tried to do this excuse as well, like, because we believed you.
No, but maybe it's not an excuse.
But I'm 18. Like, I'm freaking. It's like feeling super responsible when I'm like, I didn't ask for it. But I didn't want to rebel. To be honest, you were like more rebellious than me in teenager years. Like,
I wouldn't say I was rebelling. But I wouldn't like not against my parents.
Rebellious, like I will. Okay, I'm not gonna expose you, whatever. But like things you do, like the things that. But like it's not in the middle school day. I mean, it was like,
okay, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, sure, but that's probably just being like with whoever you were surrounded with. I mean, like it was like as in like rebellious to like towards like your family or. But like I got my nose pierced with my mum in the same cosmetics parlor. Like, it wasn't like, I went and got like a secret tattoo or something. Like, I know, like, so I don't think there was a barrier. But maybe it's that. Maybe there was like all this extra
protectiveness.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, it was never to the point where like, I feel like I need to like rebel against something or like reject something, or just like, I guess, at least not consciously, at least not outwardly. Like whether, like, I can't go back to the thoughts that I had at 19, for example.
Or 16 or 17.
I can't go back to the thoughts that I had last week, Like
but I don't know. I think, but is there something that you would like be, that was clear, like I have something like, okay, they went with you, they were so invested with you. Is there something that you felt, disadvantage when growing up in relation to being the older sister?
That I felt like I was screwed over or something?
Yeah.
No. I can't think of any. I can't think of anything.
No, that's the point. The oldest child has it very, very easy.
No, as in, like, I don't think I ever, like...
She's just like a zen person.
Not something that parents have done. And not screwed over in that sense, like... I get what you mean. Yeah. I just like, I don't think I can think of like a specific example, but like what I can think of is I guess you can call it like your own internal, like screwing yourself up in the sense, not screwing yourself up, but like setting a certain thing for yourself, is that like, there came a point where I felt like I'm always responsible for you.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was so like
I don't know, like I can't remember, like I'd like
why when it comes.
No, exactly. That's what I was gonna say to you. Like I don't know how, like at what point of like coming of age, and I was like, I'm responsible, but like it's, and especially, and here's the paradox, right? Like, so when, like, it's not like I was checking on you when you were at uni, right? Like it wasn't.
No, I didn't care.
Like genuinely, but it's almost like, when we're back when I have you in the same space as me, but when we're traveling together, when we're like, and also bear in mind, like I'm pretty sure those thoughts weren't really there when we were like little.
But the thing is, like, that's why I'm asking why and where it happened, because it's not like when we were little you would babysit me, like
no, but I was responsible. Like I like even like the little things, you know, like hold Roxana's head hand to like, you know, like when we're like walking somewhere, I don't know, and like make sure we're playing, but you know, make sure definitely don't push Roxana, but like. Again, like going back to those little home videos and stuff, and it's like how we were with each other. And it's like, like making, you know, like I'm responsible for you. And maybe those instances that you still bring up that like you say were, and I agree, like when you, because again, like I guess like I just either don't remember them properly or like blocked or whatever, like certain instances where it felt like you've abandoned me or you were a bitch to me. Like I probably was, but it just maybe it was like that as well, that like I don't want to be responsible for you for like just a little bit. Like I want to like, I just wanted to like do something else. Like I just want to like I guess like not be on my own, because like I never, that's the other thing. Like I've never sat and like was like so upset and went, oh, like, I wonder what if I was just the only child kind of thing. Like, I never had this. Like, I never tried to picture, like, not having you. But I don't know whether you have. No, but it's like, but so maybe those bit, there. And then, I guess, like, teenage years is just, like, completely not a thing. Or maybe it's just such a on a background thing because you're going through your own shit. Like, because... teenagehood is just not time to be like responsible for your sister or whatever. Like we like coexisted, but we didn't. Like we're not. I don't think we started hanging like again. Like we didn't start hanging out again. So there was this like kids, right? Like probably about until I don't know, like 12 or something. Then like a gap, and then we didn't really start hanging out until like
when you went to uni, like my last year.
Yeah, when you were like old enough to like go out, right? Like so we were like but that's true. Like I think like that's when we started like hanging out, and we would just like go out, go dancing, like go to a bar or something, and then start having chats and like start being more like peers and friends rather than like just siblings.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's funny because I hated when you felt that you were responsible. Like I hated it. Like
I know. And I still do it now.
So. Like, but even and when like I was always seeking for it. It's funny. It's different when like was saying, "Oh, you abandoned me" and stuff. But it was feeling. It wasn't like I wanted someone to defend me or take care of me or protect me. Like a camarade, like a companion. With you as a big sis, I was seeking, like, I wanted to do better than you. I wanted to like have my own, like, whatever I already said here. But I always, especially when I was little and until 12, maybe then this period, I don't know, I had my own shit, but still, I always was seeking for your approval and like friendship. It was always this battle of like, I wanted to be accepted for you. I want you to see me as an equal. And I also want to be better than you. So the thing is when we started to be able to do all the stuff, for me, it was like a bit of, as well, like, it's cool. It's finally, you see me as an equal. And you still feel responsible about me. And I'm still like, oh my God. Especially, I remember Spirit of Burgas. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I was like 23 years old.
Doesn't matter.
Came with my friends. We went to this festival with my friends and my sister. And she was like, babysitting me. No, it wasn't babysitting, but we were having fun. And at some point, like, I don't know, we went to
I think I lost you in a crowd or something. I got like really agitated that like you walked out. I was like, how am I gonna find you?
We had cell phones.
But maybe we did. Maybe it was like bad signal and those. I don't know. I don't know.
That was a bit of tension. But this and even now in Rome.
No, I know, but this is what, like, this is that's not, I'm sorry to say that, but I don't think that's gonna
ever change.
Go away. Like, what is happening, or what should be happening more, is more like me trying to, like, rein it in and, like, appreciating that, like, you're your own person, like, that's, just stop it. Like, that's not, I don't think that's something that can, like, completely go away.
I don't think that I don't think either, but I don't think it's like at what point. I'm a super responsible person outside our relationship. I love to plan, I love to do stuff, and to do stuff. I'm super responsible. I love to do stuff, but you know what I mean. I love to plan. I like to think ahead how it's gonna be, everything. But with you, because I think because we had this dynamic and going back to the roles in family, and we have this dynamic that you're responsible for me, and I feel it, even if I don't wanna. I always felt that you behave that way, so I get so lazy. I mean, it's like
you relax. You
can whatever I do, like, even if I try to show I'm also responsible one, it's kind of, you have your thing, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna play my thing then. So do your planning, and so you end up to be the one that plans all the trips, all the stuff, books all the things, and I'm like, okay, and although I'm not like that outside our dynamic, and you probably, but are you like that with your friends? Because do you switch a bit?
I don't know. It depends on the friend. I mean, depends on, depends on the friend, depends on, like, with younger people, for, like, 100%, like, I still carry that. But it's also because you kind of, like, more stuff, so you can suggest more stuff.
Yeah.
But I consciously try not to be like,
do that.
Yeah, like, like my way or highway kind of thing. But that's like that's what you said. It's, how am I to know that you can do that when you, like, when, as you said, like, you're not that outside of, like, how I relate, like, in a different relationship you'll be, but, like, but I don't see that. I don't get that. So I guess that just perpetuates. So that perpetuates the whole thing.
And when I try to be, you're still, like, responsible one. So I was like, why trying? Like, it's a vicious circle. I don't know if we can ever change. Like, do you think that the roles we have in our dynamic can be ever changed?
I think they can be acknowledged and modified. Like, as in, like,
modified is synonym of change.
Sure. I mean, I guess, like, adapt, as in, like, I guess, like, you don't have, like, if you're conscious about certain things, like, if either of us are conscious about certain things that we do, like, then we can, like, strive to break the pattern. Like, if there's like things that are not great, then, like, try make conscious effort of, like, avoiding the not great things. But I struggle to see how we could, like, totally move past the sort of, like, older sister, younger sister thing, just because, I don't know, it's just such a, like an inherent,
it's like mother daughter.
Yes, you know what I mean? Like, you like, the relationship can evolve, and, like, understanding more about each other, and, like, the way, like, the communication might evolve and stuff, but, like, but there are still the roles, right? Like you're still as you said, mother-daughter, like you're still a mother-daughter. You can't stop being this and that. But I guess you can maybe like recognize more certain things about each other, like, or yourself, recognize certain things about yourself first, and then like about each other, and then like maybe like navigate it better.
Yeah, I do agree. We cannot totally like ignore it or get rid of it, because it's like we are siblings, and that's the order we are born. But I think until this day, it's like I don't pet people. It's not even a pet peeve. Maybe something that I have to work on myself, because I realize, like, until the day I have this, I don't need already your validation for things like, or approval for stuff like before, but I respect your opinion. I'm curious about your opinion, but I don't need it as like, oh, please say it. It's cool as before or worth it. But I still think I need to. It's like I have this desire to prove to you that I'm not irresponsible, because I have this sense that you see me as irresponsible, and like I'm not irresponsible. I have to prove to you. But then again, I did just an episode how we shouldn't prove anything to anyone. So I have to work on that by myself. That I am who I am. I know my values. I know my some default. How do you say default? It's like the opposite of values.
Oh, like
the antonym of values.
Like what your
skills,
downsides?
Downsides. Yeah, so I know that as well. And but there's still that thing, and I even don't need. I spent talking how I felt that I needed to be the best to get our parents' validation and everything, and I feel that I don't need it anymore that much. So I work on that, but the fact that I still have this desire to prove to you, no, I'm not irresponsible. I have my shit together. And I don't know why, because, and I don't know if it's gonna, and I don't know what are the markers for me, like, that's gonna think, what should I do in my mind that would prove to you that I'm not irresponsible.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to prove anything to me. Like,
I know.
Yeah, I get like. I mean, like, I guess it's more like on me, right? Like, to then go. I'll let her. Like, I'll step back. Like, I won't. So then, if it allows you to, do your thing, and. Cause like I know you can handle shit, like, cause like we worked on projects together, like I know you can handle shit, and maybe I guess it's like a reflection of like what I project to you, so you feel like I got it, because you shouldn't have to, like, it's not.
No, I know. It's not like I. When we want to prove something, it's not like we do understand that the person, it's not like waiting for us.
No, of course. And like, I mean, like, I'm sorry that internally, like, you feel like you owe me that proof. Like, it's
yeah. I apologize.
Like, it doesn't feel, and if it's adding.
No, but then think, I know, I don't know, it's maybe because you said it at the beginning that you felt that you have to have your shit together all the time, and you feel it still with your people around you at work and everything and sometimes it feels like, oh, I want to just let it go. But because you were always person that had, or at least looked like had his shit, her shit together, and it's like, okay, it's like I have my shit together too, although I don't. But it's to prove that like what no matter like I don't know, just I think if I get a stable life, it's gonna prove to you that I can be responsible.
But what do you mean? Like, what is stable life? Like, what's like? I don't have a stable. Like, I don't
know. It's like it's I don't know, like that I don't change. Like it's like I said, it's like, oh my God, you were like kind of proud with me that I had this dream and pursued, and like I was like, okay, and a part of me sensed it, felt it, like that you're like, oh, Roxana knows she wants, and when I was student, we kind of talked about it, like, oh, it's cool that you know that you want what you want, and when I change it or stop it, I felt like, oh, it's like it's like my sister is not proud anymore of me because yeah.
No, she will make progress. No, I think, and maybe just like I failed to like project. I think my ultimate thing for you is like, again, because I feel responsible for you. I'm like, I want you to be well. Like like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what you do. It's like I want you to be, because so I guess it's more like a worry of like anytime there was like, you know, switches between things and you were doing, I'm like, okay, is that the thing for her is that the right thing for her to do, that kind of stuff, like not like, you know, let down or whatever. Like it's more like, okay, cool, but I hope that you like that's good for you, like that's like I want to make sure, I guess, like with like, you know, whatever phase you go through, that you're well, like essentially that's it, like whether it's like you're taking some time off, whether you're taking something new on, like, but I guess like I need reassurance that like that is not hurting you, and that it's like that you're in a good place, I suppose. So yeah.
Oh, sister. Ooh, that was a
good cry, maybe that's
therapy. Therapeutic. Well,
on that
emotional note. Okay, so on that note, do you have to add something about our sibling dynamic and how it shaped us? Like some final words.
I mean, I think it's good to have a sister. Like I don't, like as I said, I don't think I ever, like even when I was like, oh my God, she's like, I don't know, she's getting all the attention, like or on the contrary, like why, you know, just like just chill the out for a second. Like I was never like, oh, I wish I was the only child. I was never like, oh, you know, there was never like a scenario where I could like picture not having a sister.
Yeah, me neither. I know, I agree. Never. There was like, even in the moments when I hated you, never was like, I wish I was the only child. And I think the moral of the story is that Thank God we are not middle child.
I mean, yeah, like that's probably a bit of a complicated
Yeah, for
position
all
to be
the
in.
middle child children, respect. Like it's your war out there, personal Vietnam. But yeah, I think it's a wonderful experience to growing up with an older sister. So, if you like authentic stories, authentic discussion, authentic therapy session, crying, laughing, makeup all over my face now, no, it's fine. Please subscribe and share your experience with your siblings, or funny stories with your siblings in the comments. And I hope we never stop sharing our stories. I hope we never stop listening to each other. And see you soon. Love you. Bye. Mwah. And love you. Ось я так воно в кінці думаю, чи не знімав це?
Тому що один раз він